Yes, you can go ahead, start.
Namaste all. Welcome to the panel discussion on NEP, that is the New National Educational Policy 2020. The new policy was approved by the Union Cabinet of India on 29 July 2020. This replaces the previous National Policy on Education 1986. The Indian government has come with this policy after receiving the consolidated feedback from 2.5 lakh village level stakeholders to two national parliamentary level committees over more than 50 months of consultations and workshops. The new National Education Policy 2020 aims to transform India's education system by 2030. It will prepare the students to face the challenges of the new world and promote education and enhance the practical skills of the students. We, as students, are eager to know more about the key features of the new National Educational Policy 2020 and are looking forward for an insightful session. We have the moderator, Kanak Jain, and the panelists, Dhriti, Ritesh, Shruti, Diya, Aditi, Kishan, and Shrestha to take us through the features of the new educational policy. Over to you, Kanak.
Thank you, Nana. Namaste, everyone. I am Kanak and I will moderate today's panel discussion. The new educational policy is one of the much talked about topics these days. Let us understand the key features of the policy from the student panelists today. Let us begin the discussion about the reforms made in school education. Shruti, can you help us understand the new educational model of 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4, which has replaced the 10 plus 2 system? What is the objective of this model?
Namaste. Presently, we have a 10 plus 2 system of education. As per the new policy, the 10 plus 2 structure of the school curriculum is to be replaced with the 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 curricular structure corresponding to age groups 3 to 8, 8 to 11, 11 to 14, and 14 to 18 years respectively. The first 5 years will be the foundation stage, including 3 years of pre-primary education and class 1 and 2. If you note, preschool was earlier considered a part of informal education. The next 3 years will be the preparatory stage. This consists of classes 3 to 5. The next 3 years between class 6 and class 8 will be the middle stage. The last stage will be the secondary stage comprising class 9, 10, 11 and 12. The policy has been designed to optimize learning for students based on cognitive development of students.
Thank you, Shruti. So now, in this new structure, preschooling will also become an integral part of formal school education. Next, let us understand about the three-language formula. Dhriti, can you please explain to us what exactly this is and how it can help us? What's your opinion on this decision and how do you think it's beneficial to the students of India?
Namaste all. The NEP 2020 brings with it a novel concept of early implementation of the three-language formula with the view to promote multilingualism and national unity. The NEP 2020 has emphasized on the use of mother tongue or local language as the medium of instruction till class 5 while recommending its continuance till class 8 and beyond. The NEP also recommends that all students will learn the three languages in their school and at least two of them should be native to India. The choice of languages learned will depend on the state and the students, while this three languages concept will help the children learning many languages. We must note that no language will be imposed on any student and the rule will apply to both private and public schools. Another significant move is that the Indian Sign Language (ISL) will be standardized across the country and national and state curriculum materials will be developed for use by students with hearing impairment. Local sign languages will be respected and taught as well, wherever possible and relevant.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Dhriti. Moving on, we have Ritesh to give us a clarity on incorporation of vocational education in the mainstream. Ritesh, what exactly is vocational education and how is it beneficial to have students prepare for one skill or trade? What is your opinion on it?
Namaste all. Vocational education is the education that prepares people to work in specific trade, crafts such as fashion designing, automobile technology, etc. It lays emphasis on experiential learning along with focus on 21st century skills like critical thinking, problem solving, etc. The new education policy expects that by year 2025, at least 50% of the learners through the school and higher education system shall have exposure to vocational education. Vocational education programs will be integrated with mainstream education in a phased manner. Children will be exposed to vocational education such as artificial intelligence, robotics from class 6 onwards in secondary and higher secondary schools. Students will be allowed to mix and match academics with skill education, with sports and arts, and with soft skills. Also, academic institutions with vocational education would collaborate with industrial training institutes, polytechniques, local businesses, industries, hospitals, farms, and NGOs. In my opinion, vocational education makes it stress-free for the students to find work. Thus, by doing a vocational course, one can enrich his or her career forecast and accomplish success.
Thank you, Ritesh. Next, let me ask Shruti about the assessment reforms according to NEP. I would like you to elaborate on this. And how do you think the assessment pattern will change with the implementation of the NEP?
According to the revised National Education Policy of 2020, various education boards will continue to conduct 10th and 12th board exams. However, the board exams will be made easier. The Class 10 board exams and the Class 12 board exams will test primarily core competencies rather than months of coaching or memorization. As per the National Education Policy 2020, the progress cards of all students for school-based assessment will be redesigned, which gives a holistic 360-degree multidimensional report. The report card, as per the new NEP 2020, seeks to include self-assessment, peer assessment, and teacher assessment. All students will take school examinations in grades 3, 5, and 8, which will be conducted by the appropriate authority. Most importantly, a new National Assessment Center, PARAG, that is Performance Assessment, Review and Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development, will be set up as a standard setting body. With these reforms, assessments will be made more competency based and will promote learning and development and test higher order skills such as analysis, critical thinking, and conceptual clarity.
Thank you, Shruti, for the clarity on this topic. Next, let's find out from Dia what it means by having the choice to pick subjects at secondary level. What is your opinion on this, Dia, and how do you think it will help students with their career?
Namaste. One of various novel ideas offered by NEP 2020 is empowering students through flexibility in the choice of subjects at the secondary level. Secondary level education is the first stage where students have to make a choice of subjects according to their interests and capabilities. Generally, humanities group consists of social sciences, mass media, psychology, and so on, while the science group students study chemistry, physics, mathematics, and biology. The new education policy aims to revamp all aspects of Indian education structure. It aims to give students increased flexibility in the choice of subjects across arts, humanities, science, sports, and vocational subjects. There is no hard separation of arts and sciences, and also between curricular and co-curricular activities. This reform would help students design their own courses for study without having to confine to the rigidity of streams like arts, humanities, science, etc., and explore a wide range of options as per their interests.
Thank you, Dia. That sounds interesting. Moving on, we have Shrestha and Kishan to inform us about the reforms in higher education. Can you please throw some light on the process of admission into undergraduate courses and more about the multiple entry and exit? What exactly does this phrase refer to?
According to the changes made by the new education policy, NEP, a common entrance examination will be conducted for the admissions to all colleges. The government has proposed an entrance examination that will be applicable for admission to colleges. Through the scores of this examination, aspirants will be able to apply to more than one college. NTA, National Testing Agency, has been authorized as the conducting authority of the examination. The common examination will be applicable for admission to undergraduate courses only. This to help students learn as per their will. The new policy has introduced a holistic and multidisciplinary undergraduate education approach. It also allows students with a flexibility to combine multidisciplinary subjects along with the integration of vocational courses. Undergraduate programs can be of 3 or 4 years.
The new policy will have multiple entry and exit points. Under the 4-year program, students can exit after 1 year with a certificate, after 2 years with a diploma, and a bachelor's degree after 3 years, and bachelor's with research after 4 years. The multiple entry and exit will be done through the Academic Bank of Credit. Affiliation of colleges will be phased out in 15 years, and a stage-wise mechanism will be established for granting graded autonomy to colleges. By 2030, the minimum degree qualification for teaching will be a 4-year integrated bachelor's and research degree.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Shrishta and Kishan. Finally, we have Aditi to discuss about, and she will be talking about internationalism of Indian education. Let's listen to what she has to say.
Namaste everyone. Internationalization emphasizes the relationship between nations, people, and cultures. The main components of internationalization of higher education are recruitment of international students, development of international branch campuses, students, staff, and scholar exchange programs. The new Education Policy 2020 makes a stride towards internationalization of Indian education. The NEP aims at enabling world-class education by allowing foreign universities to operate locally. It proposes a legal framework that permits top-rated global universities to operate in India and encourages top-rated Indian universities to set up campuses in other nations. Cross-border education is beneficial for the economy and brings wider level of global awareness, cultural perspective, and competitiveness.
Thank you, Aditi, and thank you so much, panelists, for giving us an insight on the new education policy of 2020. Any policy's effectiveness depends on its implementation. Our hope is that the policy is implemented in its spirit and intent through consistency in planning and collaboration across all the bodies involved in education. Thank you and namaste, everyone.